Hi friends, wizd here, welcome to a new Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we're back talking about the Fire Knight Hard, and I'm showing you 3 different teams to beat Fire Knight Hard. The 3 teams show 3 different strategies of beating the Fire Knight. We'll explain each one of them, and at the end of course we'll show the gear and the setup and everything. The first team we'll talk about is the team that I've shown in a video 3 weeks ago, so I won't go through it again. It's the team on the screen here. I'll quickly explain how it works. Ankara being tanky, Podrick for the ally attack, and then 3 Fire Knight specialists. So we need only 1 ally attack champion because this team works all the way up to Fire Knight Hard 6, which is a good place to farm anyways, till you get the other like higher tier champs for ally attack, like Mikage for example, or you can use one of the strategies that we'll show later in the video. So this is the team. Gear sets, setup and everything is shown in this video, so I won't repeat it again here. So this is our first team. Now we'll talk about the other 2 teams that can do it all the way up to Fire Knight Hard 10. And the star of the show of course is an epic that everybody talked about him for like a while when he was first released, and then nobody's talking about him anymore. I was trying different options and this guy is awesome. He's OP. Probably I'll even create a dedicated video on him being like one of the top epics, not only for Fire Knight. So, but that's a story for another day. So let's jump into it. We've been talking too much. I'll show you the first team. We'll explain while it's running how it works, show the AI setup, and then I'll show you the second team, and at the end we'll show the gear for everyone. So this is our first team here. No big surprises there, but the star of the show I'm talking about is Neldor. To beat Fire Knight Hard 10, because of those 21 like ticks on the shields that you have to take, you need 2 ally attackers with all ally attack. Right now there are only 4 champions in the game that can do this. Podrick, Mikage, Cardiel, Lunathrel. Actually it's 5 because Longbeard attack with another... Is it 3 or 4? Let's check his kit quickly because just to be clear on options here. So Longbeard, I don't have Longbeard, I believe, yeah. 4 allies, so that's perfect. So Longbeard is our 5th option here. While we're out here, let's talk about Neldor, one of like the best epics in the game and the best option there. We'll talk about his kit and why I think he's really OP for this. So stat wise there is nothing crazy about his stat. He got good attack, he's attack based, but let's examine his kit. His A1 is a 3 hitter with the possibility of freeze 40% when booked, 3 hits with 40% on each of them. Of course that will help keep the Fire Knight turn meter down. We didn't talk about this already. On Fire Knight Hard you cannot just decrease his turn meter to keep him from taking a turn, but you need to apply freeze which will decrease his turn meter. So yeah, 3 hits here, perfect for Fire Knight. His A2 is a 4 hitter, so it's great to start with it, and he will also help us with one of the team comps. We'll talk about it in a bit, but basically 4 hitter. This is even beneficial elsewhere. He'll apply decreased attack on bosses and on whoever he hits. So 4 hitter is great here, and then that A3 is a 2 hitter AoE, which will attack everyone. That will help you with the waves, keeping the waves from taking a turn, applying decreased speed. Also, it will help with the boss on Fire Knight. Don't turn this one off because having that decreased speed up all the time on the boss will help you with if those freezes don't land, just to get that run safer here. And then an OP passive for Fire Knight. Whenever an ally places a freeze debuff, this champion has a 30% chance, which he will take over and over again during the runs, as we'll see, to attack the target with their default skill, which is a 3 hitter applying freeze. So where Newt or Yakar or Croydon the Blue, whoever is you're pairing with him in the team, is hitting the Fire Knight and applying freezes, he will just join the attack randomly and keep the turn meter down even more. So yeah, now we talked about our 5 options for ally attack and why Neldor is OP for this. And by the way, I tried a few options here. So these 2 slots, if we talk about it, the 2 ally attackers are a given, and we've talked about options. Of course, I'm using Patrick because of his speed aura. He's giving the team more speed, which you will need. The speed for Fire Knight Heart 10, it's not the highest in the game, but you need your champs to be as fast as possible, because if you miss a freeze and they don't take another turn before the boss takes a hit at us, that whole team is a wipe. That's why a lot of Fire Knight Heart 10 team fails, because the boss can take a turn and kill everyone. This team, you cannot have the team basically with the proper attack and damage for the waves and the boss, fast enough with accuracy for the freezes, and then tanky as well. You cannot have everything unless you're using the second strategy that I'll show you in a bit. So Newt basically is our main damage dealer for the boss, and those are the ally attackers. Then you have two sort of flexible spots. Definitely they need to be freeze champs, otherwise this run won't work. So that's where you can have second Newt or something. Yakarl is a great option that everyone will have, but basically those two spots can be Croydon the Blue, Neldor, Newt, a second Newt, and Yakarl. Any two of these will work in the same team depending on which champs you have. If you don't have Yakarl yet, you can replace him like with Croydon the Blue if you have him. If you don't have Neldor, replace him with Croydon the Blue. But testing with all options, I don't have a second Newt of course, I'm talking about just those three. Neldor is way stronger than Croydon. So yeah, let's jump into the run and then I'll show you the AI setup. Then we'll talk about the second team here. So this team, we're not in any danger at all running into the waves, because the team is fast, we apply freezes, we apply decreased speed, we have ally attacks not logged in that first wave. So like you're seeing, we're controlling everything. My time for each wave is around 40 seconds, which is probably as fast as it will get for the waves. And then, yeah, we're taking just the boss down for as much time as it needs there. So that's the first wave, no danger there. I'll just leave it running. Maybe I'll think about speeding it up or not, but it's not that long anyway, just to show you that we're not in any danger at all. So let's talk about the AI setup while we're waiting. I let them do whatever they want on like the first wave. On the second wave, I'll let Mikagi and Podrick open with the ally attack if it's available, but then I lock it down, because what I want here, basically I want them to have it, of course, coming into the boss. The boss cannot take any turns in this specific team comp because the team is squishy, so we need to break the shields, those 21 ticks, and then keep the turn meter down. That's what we're doing with this team. That's why you should have your three freeze champs, Neldor and Yakarl, towards the back of the team, so we'll break the shield and then they will decrease the turn meter. So, and we'll see it right now when we get to the boss. So yeah, we're getting through the waves in around 2 minutes, well, in average, and then probably it's taking another 2 minutes to take down the boss. So let's see here. Also, something that I've done in both teams that I'll show you today, the weaken can be useful on the boss to increase the damage we're doing to make the run faster, but I've turned off Newt's A2 because I cannot risk those freezes not landing. You see here, first ally attack, the shield is already down to 7, and now we've taken it down. We've broken the shield. Newt is keeping the turn meter down. I need Neldor passive to proc. Yeah, so you see here, Neldor A1 is keeping the turn meter down. This run is actually a little bit sketchy because, yeah, okay, this one is going to be a wipe. And that's something else that I want to tell you, that if we miss any of the freezes or Neldor passive doesn't proc, it's good that this happened here because you need to see it. As far as I know, there is no team that's 100% guaranteed on Fire Knight Heart 10, because if you miss a couple of the freezes, the team is a wipe. I'll edit it till we get to the boss because you don't have to sit through this. We've already seen the waves, and I'll show you that run in a minute. Okay, we're back getting to the boss here in this run, and let's see how it will go. Yeah, I think this is like something that all content creators caveat their videos with, is that There is no 100% team for Fire Knight Hard 10. There is always a percentage of failure there, and I'll tell you how we can avoid this. Like this run also, yeah, so Nut took a couple of hits here. It's looking okay-ish, but unless Neldor passive procs a couple of times, we had a refresh from Mikagi. I'm not sure if it was Padrick or her accessory, but this run is way safer now. I think we cannot fail at this point, yeah, because we've got the extra ally attack and Neldor's passive proccing, so that's all we needed. Now we have decreased speed from Yakar, and we'll also have it from Neldor, so we don't need it. And then, like I was saying before, I've disabled Newt's A2. Yes, the weaken will make the run go faster, but I just need those freezes to keep proccing at the boss, and then we're getting back to the ally attack from either of our champs, like what we're seeing here, so the boss will never take a turn. This is an average a 4-minute run, depending on how fast Newt can get back to his like blessed bashes. So yeah, that's why a second Newt can help you greatly here. But the main thing here in this run, basically, if we talk AI setup, and I'll show it to you so you'll see it on the screen, that Neldor is opening with his with his 4-hitter, that's his A3, and then he can use whatever he wants. You can choose to turn actually his A3. Probably that's a better idea, because I just realized that the decreased speed will land also from Yakar. We don't need it from Neldor specifically. So yeah, and we're not depending on the decreased attack, because if the boss takes a turn, it's a wipe anyway. So yeah, this run is almost over. I'll show you the AI setup for this team, and then we'll go into the second one, which is a safer team, by the way, just to talk about percentages of success and everything. Okay, we're good. Around 4 minutes, which is our average there, or maybe a bit more, unless this is a Blessed Bash. Okay, yeah. So this is the reality of Fire Knight Hard. Fire Knight Hard, of course, if you're in game, you want to farm stage 10 for that percentage of mythical gear, because you want that mythical gear, regen, savage, and all of that. But if we talk farming for events and stuff, probably you have to drop a couple of levels there. So the run is over. My best time is under 4 minutes. And one of the tips that I'm going to tell you, this team is 100% on level 8. So yeah, let's do this. Why level 8, not level 9? Because it's a good affinity for everyone on the team. So it's 100% on level 8. You can do level 10 all the time if you want the higher percentage and you don't care about the wasted energy in case of failures. But if you want 100% run that will be just a little bit faster, it's going to be stage 8. And it's 100% with this team, and with the other team, the first team I've shown you is going to be only valid up to still 6, but still 100%. So yeah, you can just farm there. If we talk events, you have to drop like a few levels, even to Fire Knight normal, if you care about the energy and you want to optimize. Okay, let's go into the AI setup, and then I'll show you the second team. So this is the team here. As I was saying, Padrick can do whatever he wants on, yeah, it's visible on the first wave. He can open the ally attack, but then keep it for round 3, and of course open with it. Same for Mikagi. Do whatever you want on round 1. Use ally attack only once, if ever, on round 2, and then start with it on round 3. Yakar can do, I'm just starting round 3 with his A1, because it's a 2-hitter to help me with breaking the shields and keeping the turn meter down, but he can basically do whatever he wants. For Neldor, he does whatever he wants on both of those turns, and then I want him to start with, actually, I shouldn't do his A3 much here to keep it for the starter. Now I'm realizing this, and probably, as we were saying, oh, actually I locked all of his ability, both of his abilities. So I've done the right thing here on round 3, because we need him to apply those freezes as much as possible. For Newt, of course, I want him to start with the A1, just to keep the turn meter down, and I turned off his A2 basically, just to keep those blessed bashes coming. Something I didn't turn off, like something that other content creators shown in their videos, that basically they lock Blessed Bash from round 2 so he can like just do it after this. I didn't do that because even if he uses it on round 2 and he doesn't have it available here, so he used a couple of A2s instead at the beginning. That will make the run safer. So yeah, so that was that was the first team here. Now let's go into the second team and explain how it works. And this is the second team. This second team got the same average time and it's just a little bit safer. I removed Carl from that first team and I replaced him with Martyr. I'm using that strategy a little bit differently from everybody else because as you can see here on the screen, like usually what people will do if they don't have two of those strong old team ally attackers, they'd use one like Mikage or Padrik or whatever, and then they will use Valk or Martyr in that spot. Martyr is better than Valk here, I'll tell you why. Valk will provide you only with one thing, which is the counterattack and that big shield that will protect the team from the hits. While Martyr is providing you with 4 or 5 things basically. Martyr is the best counterattack champ for this. Well, there is only 3 of them, but yeah. Actually, only 2 viable. Skullcrusher is not viable here, so it's only Valk and Martyr. Why Martyr is way stronger than Valk in that spot, in my opinion, though there is no shield, because she also gives you defense up with that counterattack, which you can build on with the faultless defense blessing. That acts as reflect damage. So when the boss hits you that first hit, which we're planning for him to do, that's 5 ticks of reflect damage and then the counterattack from everyone. And then the 2 ally attackers, that's why I didn't need even Yakarl here, I need only 2 freeze champs, will keep that boss turn meter down forever. This team, let's actually start that on. This team is safer because this team can actually take 2 hits. So it can take that first planned hit that we plan at the beginning of the boss round, and then it can take even a second hit if it comes to that, because Martyr is also bringing decreased defense on the boss, not relevant here, I'm just saying, which will help Newt tackle the boss faster, and decrease attack, which will help us, if we get that second hit, will help us not get wiped out because of that second hit, which we didn't have in that first team. So yeah, so Martyr is way more valuable than Valk here. What you can do if you don't have like the 2 ally attackers that I'm showing on that team here, you can use 1 ally attacker with Martyr, and the second one, like Mikage or Padrik's spot, can actually be Yakarl or Croydon the Blue, and it will work well as well. This is just a team that I figured out. As I said, this team is a little bit safer, but still it has a percentage of failure on stage 10 because we only have 2 champions applying the freeze, with 2 ally attackers of course, and Neldor passive proccing all the time. But yeah, same time for the waves. Martyr can hit hard, can apply provokes to help us control the waves. So yeah, you see here like a couple of the waves took turns, but we are in no danger there, so we're all good. So we are getting to the boss more or less at the same time. This team is not faster or slower, it's the same. And yeah, let's just see. Okay, 2 minutes to the boss. That's the average time for this team and the other one. Of course, Padrik refreshes with his A1 can be really useful here. So I'm opening with A1s from everyone, and then Martyr will put up her shield because yeah, I don't want him to wait the ally attacks. I'm planning to take that first hit. You see here, like the team is tanky enough just to survive this and probably even take a second one if necessary. That's all from the counter attack. We're already at 7 like ticks from the shield. The first ally attack will take it down. The second ally attack with Neldor and Newt's A1s will just keep that turn meter down. And we've already applied defense down from Martyr. So yeah, now we have Blessed Bash. This team can actually be faster, though it's safer. And then just a random refresh here or there will help the team go way faster. Of course, I'll also show you the AI setup, and we'll check the gear on everyone after this. As I was saying that usually they won't use 2 ally attackers with the counterattack champ. I found out that this is like, it's working even better from 1 ally attacker and just the counterattack champ. You see the team is going faster here. But of course, the risk here is a little bit higher because as you're seeing here, if we miss one of those freezes, the boss will take a second turn. But again, this team can take a second hit. As I was saying, everybody's at full health with defense up from Martyr and even some counterattack if we need it. We won't need it in this turn. So this team can be faster and safer at the same time. But again, I cannot guarantee 100% on stage 10. Drop to stage 8, which is exactly the same like the other one, which is 100% win rate for all the, well, for the two teams that I've shown you today. Okay, this run is almost over and it's already faster than the other one. Good stuff. Okay, so we're not getting good gear to show you in the video, but yeah, let's show you the AI setup and then I'll show you the gear on everyone. Okay, so Podrick is exactly the same like the other one, so we don't want him to use his ally attack in round 2 to keep it for round 3. The big difference here, take note of that, don't mix the two teams. He's starting with his A1 here, so he can use his ally attack after we do the counter attacks. Exactly the same for Mikagi. She's starting with her A1 and she's keeping his ally attack in round 2 and all of that. Martyr here can do whatever she wants on round 1. On round 2, I want her to start with the counter attack if she has it and then just stop using it. She also got the provoke to help us with the waves in her AC, but yeah, not relevant here. So yeah, just keep that counter attack and of course start with it. She has to be faster than the boss in that round 3 to apply the counter attack before the boss hits. Neldor is exactly the same. Probably what I should do here, I should actually, like I've done with those other ones, I want him to start, actually it's, do I want him to start with this one? No, it doesn't matter for this team. Yeah, I just want him to do the freezes as much as possible. So yeah, and then Newt is exactly the same, starting with A1, blocking A2, and then yeah, do whatever he wants in the other 2 rounds. Okay, let's check the gear on everyone now. Recently used, yeah. Mikagi, of course, she's in some of my best gear with a refresh accessory to help her get back to that ally attack as fast as possible. This is too fast, probably, well, like I said, the thing with Fire Knight hard, like probably you can run her, oh, okay. Hold on, I'm glad I remembered this because I do have some extra defense and speed for Fire Knight to help me here. So she's over 300 speed. This is too high. The boss is probably at 260 speed, if I remember correctly. But you want that extra speed, because without it, she's not getting back to the ally attack. The freeze champs are not getting back fast enough to their freezes and stuff. If you're just at the boss's speed, you're going to fail, because he's going to hit you back, whether it's the first team or the second team or whatever. You cannot take those hits from the boss. So you want everyone to be as fast as possible. This is with my area bonuses from Live Arena. So yes, she's at 300 speed. Can you run her slower than this? I doubt it. But maybe drop 10 speed on one of your ally attackers and see. The gear sets are not relevant. You just want her fast and accurate. Podrick, I just want to extend his buffs. And he's in a protection set which is not needed. I just want those buffs to be protected for Hydra. He's at 285 speed with the area bonuses here. Plus we have his aura. Remember this. This team is going this fast because of all of that, which what you'll need for Fire Knight hard. Someone was saying in the comments on my previous video, I said it's budget because I was using champs available for everyone, and they said that the gear level is not budget. Guys, we're talking about the hardest content in the game here. So yeah, the gear level is not for early main game. If you don't have that level of gear, I highly recommend, even if you can squeeze yourself and do it, drop to Fire Knight normal 25 or even 20 and farm it till you get to that gear level. Don't waste your energy and effort there. So yeah, anyways, so that's the speed for Podrick. He doesn't need accuracy, he doesn't need anything, he just needs to be fast and tanky to get back to his skills as fast as possible. And now let's check the stars of the show. So Newt, I've shown his build before. What do you want from Newt? 100% crit rate, as fast as possible, as much crit damage as possible, with accuracy if you want him. In other content, he's not using his accuracy much here. And yeah, some defense because he's defense based, of course. So that's Newt. For tier 6, because that's debatable, I've seen people using Flawless Execution or Giant Slayer. He'll do great in Giant Slayer as well. For my gear level, I don't have enough crit damage on him, so that's why I used Flawless Execution. Let's go to Martyr. She hits hard, so that's why I built her with War Master. And then this is just to increase her accuracy. That's for the Provoke and the other debuffs, because she's useful everywhere. And for artifacts, I put her in a bolster set because I wanted that extra protection from that hit from the boss. That bolster set helps. Probably it's a good idea to build her in a shield set if you don't have bolster. I would say you can skip the accuracy, but don't, because it's important. Every little bit helps here. Let's check her stats now. So 266 speed, even with the bosses, even with the live arena bonuses. You only want her to be faster than the boss. 100% crit rate, she hits hard, but it's not mandatory, not for this content. Build her with some accuracy. Her accuracy level is even not that high, but anyways. And yeah, some defense, she's tanky, she hits hard. Like, if you want to enhance this build, that speed is as low as it can get, basically. Add more defense, crit damage, and accuracy to her a little bit, and she'll work in other content areas as well. So we checked these. Let's now check Neldor. I really love Neldor. Some things that probably I missed to highlight during the runs there. He's doing a good amount of damage. He's doing actually a great amount of damage, considering that he's a single target damage dealer with no enemy max HP. So that's probably some of my best gear. I stole Croydon's gear to put it on Neldor when I figured out that he's the better option here. So almost 300 speed, 100% crit rate. He's doing great damage there for the waves and the boss. 200 crit damage. I'll show him in other areas. He's great. I couldn't build his attack higher up, but definitely we need the accuracy. So yeah, you can run him just a little bit slower, but as I said, if you drop the speeds, you're risking higher failure rate, unless you drop a few levels, of course. So yeah, masteries wise, I gave him Giant Slayer. He does multi-hits everywhere. He is great. I love this champ. Probably I'll show him in a dedicated video. The last one here, I built Yakarl with Helm Smasher, and of course I gave him accuracy for the freezes and stuff, because I want him to, he's my main damage dealer for the waves. He's also super fast with refresh and stuff, though it's not needed here. But anyways, yeah. So 251, he's the slowest in the team because he does the most damage. Like 4k attack, 250% crit damage, and of course 350 accuracy for the freezes, because you need this. You need someone to do damage on the waves. If everyone, like, let me actually discuss like a theory with you. Let's say that you don't have Newt. You didn't go for that fusion, and you want to replace him with Croydon the Blue. You have the speed, you have the accuracy, you don't have damage. What will end up is that, yes, theoretically the run might succeed because the boss will never take a turn, but it will take 10 minutes or more, because you're chipping at everybody's health even through the waves, and you're not doing proper damage there. So, unfortunately, Fire Knight Hard being probably might be the hardest content in the game, you need everything. You need the speed, the accuracy, and the damage to tackle it. If you're not there yet, that's fine. If you beat Fire Knight Hard, you've beaten the whole game probably. So yeah, it's the last thing you would do. Don't rush into it. Just get better gear and enhance it little by little. And something that I wanted to mention here, because I've shown the two teams, don't mix the AI setup. If you're going through the video back and forth, just make sure that you use the AI setup for that specific team from the two that I've shown. My favorite is the second one, not the first one, because it has lower failure rate on stage 10. Both of them are 100% on stage 8. I've been farming with them for at least 2 weeks now with nothing failing ever on stage 8. My advice also, if you have similar stats, do stage 9 for the missions or whatever. If you're farming, just drop to stage 8. because I don't like wasting energy. I'm already low on resources for the videos and stuff. But yeah, hopefully this one was helpful. I won't make it any longer. Thank you for tuning in today. I'll see you next time.